What's up YouTube? Game888 here with part 2 of my how-to videos. I'm trying to explain how to play with Pendulum for some guys because it's requested a lot, and in the first video you got to see how I explained the turbo cards and how I did a combo video with just 2 of them. It's a crazy video, I hope you guys like that. And for this video I'm going to do a couple of test hands with my current build, and I'm going to explain step by step what I'm doing and why I'm doing. The deck should be like all cards together, so I'm just going to power shuffle a bit on screen, just so you guys can see that I'm really not cheating in how I'm putting my cards. So I can fairly well brick all the way down here. It will happen, and then I just show you guys that a brick is possible. This build is 41 at the moment for testing purposes. I am probably going to bump it up a little bit because I think 43 might be really good because I'm playing a couple of bricks, but we'll see. So yeah, the extra deck. And let's see what our first 5 cards are. So I'm opening with Darkworm, that's already not bad. I have a Chronograph, Dragon Shrine, Wisdom Eye, and another Chronograph. This hand is actually really good, so we're going to try and play it out. And I'm going to explain my choices and whatever I do with them. So the thing is, we have a starter card, we already have the Darkworm, and we have Dragon Shrine. So with the Dragon Shrine, I'm probably going to send the Destrudo, because then I have additional plays later on in the turn. And I'm just gonna go from there, so yeah. Let's see. I have one Chronograph, I have a second Chronograph. I'm going to do it in a really weird way, but you're gonna like it, I hope. So I'm gonna put my hand here, yeah, that's visible. I'm gonna scale the Chronograph, gonna use its effect. I'm gonna put it in the extra monster zone. And instead of summoning the Time Gazer right here, because I have a plan with the Chronograph in my hand, I'm going to scale the Time Gazer. So I'm gonna put the Time Gazer, I'm gonna put it in my scale. At this point, because a card has been destroyed, the Chronograph in my hand is going to trigger, and I'm going to special summon it along with the Darkworm. At this point, Darkworm is going to trigger, and I'm going to search for a Gate 0. So this is my hand right now, Wisdom Eye, Gate 0, and Dragon Shrine. Shuffle the deck. I'm gonna make Electromite right here. I didn't have a way to go into a Jackal King to protect the Electromite, but as I said, game 1, I'm not expecting any Ghost Ogre, so I'm just gonna go for that. I'm gonna make Electromite. There we go. And then Electromite's effect. Now let's see what we have. We have the Wisdom Eye, so we could go into a Harmonizing with that card, popping the Harmonizing with the Electromite, get back the Wisdom. Yeah, that's a good way. So I'm going to send a Zephraniu right here, because I have a way to go into a Harmonizing. So I'm going to send Zephraniu, Secret of the Yangzing. This combo shouldn't go wrong right here. I'm gonna scale the Wisdom Eye using the Wisdom Eye's effect. And I'm going to go with Harmonizing Magician. At this point, Electromite's effect is going to go off because a card has been destroyed in the scale, aka the Wisdom Eye Magician. So we're going to get a draw. So a draw, and it's another Harmonizing. Well, would you look at that? We really didn't want this card, but well, we got it anyway. Better would have been to use the Dragon Shrine before getting the draw, because I risked drawing the Destrudo, but okay, it's gone well. I'm gonna use Electromite's effect. I'm going to pop. Well, I don't really have to pop the Harmonizing anymore because I drew another one. So I'm going to pop the Time Gazer Magician. I'm going to add the Wisdom Eye back. And I'm going to scale it. Wisdom Eye effect. Getting the Oath. Now, let's see what we have in the extra deck. We do have a couple of great cards. I'm definitely going to Pendulum summon the Zephraniu and something else. But with the Overdragon, well, we have to think. We haven't used our normal summon. We're going to Pendulum summon these two from the hand because they're important. And from the extra deck, we want to Pendulum summon at least this and something that we're going to get rid of. I'm going to use the Overdragon. I'm going to add the Wisdom Eye. So yeah. At this point, Pendulum summon. I'm going to summon the Gate 0. I'm going to summon the Harmonizing. I'm going to summon the Secret of the Yang Xing. And the Time Gazer Magician. At this point, chaining 1 Harmonizing, chaining 2 Zephraniu. That way you prohibit your opponent from ashing the Harmonizing because that card's more important for you in this combo. So you add the Zephyr Divine Strike and you're going to summon a Janke Magician. Well, let's get the Destrudo out of the way. I'm going to Dragon Shrine it away to the graveyard. It's kind of bugging me that it's still in my hand, so... Now, at this point, you're going to use your Harmonizing with the Time Gazer Magician. Go to the extra deck. Oh, extra deck. And I'm going to make a Meteor Burst Dragon. At this point, Meteor Burst is going to trigger. And I'm going to summon the Harmonizing Magician. I really don't mind it's the Harmonizing or any other card, that's really not that important. At this point, overlay with your Janke Magician. And you're going to make the Odd Eyes Absolute. Now, as you can see, the thing I'm always trying to do is to make the Absolute Dragon and Zephraniu in these zones. Because that's really good for them. I did a slight misplay for the Destrudo. I'm not gonna send the Janke, special the Janke from the Harmonizing. I already have another level 7, so I'm going to try and summon. I'm gonna Pendulum summon this Gate 0 right here. And from the Harmonizing, I'm gonna summon a Purple Poison. That would have been the better way. And then with the Meteor Burst and the Gate 0, you're gonna make the Absolute Dragon. I kind of feel bad for misplaying there, but it's an addition on the gate you get on the board this way. Link Summon. Make Underclock. And the reason that I had to put the Gate 0 right here is because you needed to get this zone free for the Vortex. So at this point, Absolute Dragon is going to trigger. I'm gonna summon the Vortex Dragon. Link these two. Underclock with the Harmonizing. Oh, other way around. And you're gonna summon the Rusty Bardish. At this point, I'm going to use the Destrudo on the Purple Poison Magician. And I'm going to Synchro Summon, so the Destrudo goes to the bottom of the deck. And the Purple Poison is banished. And this is going to get me a Dawndrax. Rusty Bardish's effect. Sending a Cloak. Setting the rank up magic. Banishing Cloak. Adding Boots. Special Boots. Looking for decode. Using the boost effect. Adding shade burgundy. Now at this point I want to tell you guys about a new Exceed monster that's coming out in the next set. So it's here like this weekend, and well, I just can't get my hands on it. It's the Time Thief one, the Exceed. It's a dark one. You can make it with any two level 4s. So I'm definitely going to include it in this deck instead of the Thanatos, instead of the Nightmare, because I'm going to use it to go for my Azathoth plays. So I haven't used my normal summon yet, so I'm going to go and normal summon the Wisdom Eye. And I'm going to use my Shade Burgundy's effect, special summon it, and I'm going to overlay into that new Exceed. I know it's stupid, but I made a little misplay to go into 2 darks. I could have normal summoned the Wisdom Eye earlier, go with the Destrudo on the Wisdom Eye for the Dawndraxer, and then use the purple poison right here with the Shade Burgundy. Would have been better because the purple poison would have gone to my graveyard. But in this case, it all doesn't really matter. I still get an Exceed from this weekend on. The time... I'm really not sure what its name is. Time Thief... Yeah, whatever. It's a new card. It's TCG exclusive. It's gonna be really fun to use it. And you have... If you look at this board, it's the end board. You have a Dawndraxer to negate spell traps. You have a Vortex Dragon. This thing's effect will remove it from the field. So in this turn, so you're going to send these 2 away. This gets banished till the end phase and you get it back without materials. So that's actually the way how to get it on the field without materials. And then in your opponent's turn, you can just rank up magic it right into Azathoth. Use the PK Bardish as another interruption because you get to destroy something. And then you have an Odd-Eyes Vortex, you have the Dawndraxer, you have the Zephyr Divine Strike, and you have the Decode Talker for negates, while the Azathoth makes sure they can't use any monster effects. So that's basically how you're going to be playing this deck right after this weekend. And I really like it. I'm going to add the Azathoth, I'm going to add the Time Thief Exceed because it adds to the number of negates you can play, and I'm going to add a Borrowload Savage Dragon, although I don't know what to take out for that card yet. I'm definitely going to go with an updated build as soon as I have those 2 cards, so yeah, keep in touch for that one. This was my first opening hand that I did with you guys. I'm gonna do a second one because I've now been busy 13 minutes. In real life, when you're playing on a YCS, you're probably going to try and do it a little bit faster because you need to try to win in 2 rounds, of course. But game 3 could happen, so you really want that to be gone. But as you can see, this board is pretty much unbreakable. I mean, I'm not gonna say you can't break it because things like sphere mode stuff do exist, but this is like awesome. You have an option against Sky Striker. The Azathoth was there for things like BA, Goki, the Dark Link decks. You just had options, and that's what I like about this. So let's try this again, shall we? This time I'm not power shuffling. Maybe I brick, then you can see what happens if you don't power shuffle. The one tip I do give to every one of you if you're playing Pendulum, power shuffle every single game, especially when you're playing the bricks, the PK Engine, Zephyr New. I wouldn't be surprised if I draw like 2 of them right here, right now. So we already have 2 really good cards. Oh, a 3rd really good card. Dragon Pit and the Jackal King. Well, would you look at that? That's actually a pretty decent hand once again. As I said, I don't really brick a lot in this deck, but when I do, I brick massively, but we'll see. Now, the thing is with these two, again, like the Curtain Raiser and the Foolish Burial, they do conflict, but hey, I'm still gonna go for the Dark Worm, so activate it. Going to send Dark Worm. And use the effect to special summon it. Effect, search gate 0. Chronograph, effect, go for Time Gazer. The reason I'm doing this is because you you get something out of your normal summon later on after the Pendulum. You really want, if you have to, try to use both. Not having to use your normal summon to make your Electromite is even better than whatever you think you might be doing, so yeah. The sad thing is, I don't think I can go for a Harmonizing right here, but I do have 2 level 7s, so that's actually pretty nice. I'm gonna go for Electromite. I'm gonna use its effect, and once again I'm going to send the Zephyr Neo. Basically, I always send Zephyr Neo. You really want, it's a 1-card negate, and the Harmonizing leads you to a 1-card negate, so it's almost the same, but not totally. So yeah. I'm gonna watch what I'm going to do. I'm gonna put the Dragon Pit in the scale. I'm gonna use the Electromite to pop it, and I'm going to add back the Chronograph. Although I could... Yeah, I'm going to add back the Chronograph. Electromite's effect makes me a draw, and it's a Dark Worm. If that would have been a Harmonizing, shit would have hit the fan, but I'm not gonna lie. Scale gate 0, scale Chronograph. At this point, Pendulum. As I said, Dragon Pit, Zephyr Neo. You really want these here in Absolute, and you want the Zephyr Neo in the other one, or the other way around. Doesn't really matter. Aw, I don't have another level 7. Sad face. Maybe I don't have to go for that then. In general, it really doesn't matter. Might have to think. So before the Pendulum summon, yeah, it's actually kind of sad, but oh well. I'm gonna Pendulum summon these. I'm gonna summon the Jackal King and these two. Now at this point, the Zephyr Neo is going to get you a trap card. As I said, I can't make Vortex this time around. It's sad, I know. But oh well. We're gonna get through it. I'm still gonna keep myself and follow the game plan. I'm gonna use these two. I'm gonna make a underclock, so I have another dark. This way I can go into the PK link at the very least. I'm gonna try and keep my Jackal King because it's an additional negate. It doesn't really matter because it's for monsters, but the card itself is still really good. I could make a rank 4 right here, but then I wouldn't have another level 4 for my Azathoth, so I'm gonna use one of these, and I'm going to make my PK link. Now at this point, the PK link, gonna send a cloak. Yeah, the hand actually turned out really awkward because I didn't have 2 level 7s, but It's always a bit weird. But yeah, there we go. Now at this point I'm going to do it the other way around. I'm already going to set my Rusty Bardish Brigandine, Shade Brigandine, and I'm going to use it, special summoning it, and overlaying with the Dark Worm. This is going to make me the, yeah, I'm going to use this as the proxy for the Time Thief. It's a really good card. I'm definitely going to love it for the fact that I can make the Azathoth with it. Using the Phantom Knight's effect, the cloak, banishing it, adding boots, specialing boots, linking it away with the Electromite, making Decode Talker. I'm going to put the Decode Talker right here at this point, because then it still points to the Jackal King and it's an additional negate that I can do just in case. And then with the Silent Boots, I'm going to banish it. I'm going to add the rank up magic. And while I do not have that many negates this time, I still have a negate for everything with the Zephyr Divine Strike, and with the spell card, and the fact that this thing's effect makes sure that it gets banished and then it comes back in the end phase. During the main phase you can just again use this, get the Azathoth on board, and you're gonna put it right here, because then the PK will trigger again. And on top of that, because a spell card has been used, you get 2 counters on the Jackal King, so you get a free additional negate right there. Maybe for next turn or for anything you want. I still think this board is really good. You have the Zephyr Divine Strike, so you have 1, 2, basically 4 negates with an additional monster negate for everything. That's 2 hands, 22 minutes, I think that's definitely enough. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I'm gonna do another video right after with some more Testhands, I think, so you can view them separately. Have a nice day and see ya!